I'm Ian Gould, and I'm an actor. I've done Shakespeare throughout the contiguous 48 states. I think I've hit 30 of them because I did a tour. I did a couple tours at one point. So I can say I've acted in many of the states of the Union. My first memory of Shakespeare is when I was very young, probably 6 or 7. One Christmas, I had a very large and heavy Christmas present from my grandmother. And I opened it up, and it was one of those big gift, gilt-edged, illustrated complete works. It had the old Rockwell Kent illustrations, and it was sort of, everything was sort of gorgeously engraved, and it was really cool. And I was 7, so I looked at it, and I was kind of agog at how pretty it was, but I couldn't make heads or tails of anything in it. So, and she said, that's okay. She found this at a bookshop, and she was like, you should have a complete Shakespeare, and you don't have to look at it for a long time, but just put it on your shelf, and it'll be there when you need it. If I didn't have Shakespeare, I don't quite know who I'd be. I don't even quite know what the world would look like, because it has framed so much of how I view life. Shakespeare's plays, sort of taken as a whole, are so vast and expansive that they stop looking like a collection of works about life and start looking like actual life, because it is so, the plays are so expansive, and there are so many, there's just so much in them. Just have to be such a geek. Love words and be really rigorous with yourself, because, obviously there are a lot of quantifiable technical skills that you learn in drama school, about vocal technique and speech and good acting, and comic timing and all of those things, and movement, and what a great teacher of mine used to call back acting, which is what happens when you're facing away from the audience, but your back has to be expressive enough to tell us what's going on. But I think the difference between the actors who can do all those things skillfully and the really great actors is the really great actors are constantly geeking out about looking for that next thing, and constantly letting it grow and develop and get even more profound as it goes. This is my favorite bit of Shakespeare, because there is something about just trying to figure out what it means to exist that I feel, but he talks about better than I do. I've been studying how I may compare this prison where I live unto the world. For because the world is populous, and here is not a creature but myself, I cannot do it. Yet I'll hammer it out. My brain, I'll prove the female to my soul the father, and these two beget a generation of still-breeding thoughts. And these same thoughts people this little world. And humorous like the people of this world, for no thought is contented. The better sort, as thoughts of things divine are intermixed with scruples, and you set the word itself against the word, as thus: come, little ones. And then again, it is as hard to come as for a camel to thread the postern of a small needle's eye. Thoughts tending to ambition, they do plot. Unlikely wonders how these vain, weak nails may tear a passage through the flinty ribs of this hard world. My ragged prison walls. And for they cannot die in their own pride. thoughts tending to content, flatter themselves. That they are not the first of fortune's slaves, nor shall not be the last. Like silly beggars who, sitting in the stocks, refuge their shame that many have and others must sit there. And in this thought they find a kind of ease, bearing their own misfortunes on the backs of such as have before endured the like. Thus play I, in one person, many people, and none contented.